Shalom. We are in the book of Numbers now. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai in the tent of appointment on the first day to the second new moon, in the second year after they had come out of the land of Mitzrayim, saying, Take a census of all the congregation of the children of Israel by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, every male, head by head, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army in Israel. Number them by their divisions, you and Aaron. And a man from every tribe should be with you, each one the head of his father's house. And these are the names of the men who stand with you: from Reuben, Elitzur, son of Shedeur; from Simeon, Shemuel, son of Surshadai; from Yehuda, Nahshon, son of Amminadab; from Issachar, Nathanael, son of Sor; from Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon; from the sons of Joseph; from Ephraim, Elishama, son of Ammihud; from Manasseh, Gemiel, son of Peditsur; from Benjamin, Abidan, son of Gidoni; from Dan, Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai; from Asher, Pagiel, son of Okran; from Gad, Eliasaph, son of Deuel; from Naphtali, Ahira, son of Enan. These are the ones called from the congregation, leaders of their fathers' tribes, heads of thousands of Israel. And Moshe and Aaron took these men who were called by name, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second new moon, and they declared their ancestry by clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, each one head by head. As Yahweh commanded Moshe, so he registered them in the wilderness of Sinai. And the children of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, every male head above head, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered with the tribe of Reuben were 46,500. From the children of Shimeon, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, of those who were registered according to the numbers of the names, every male head by head, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Shimeon were 59,300. From the children of Gad, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Gad were 45,650. From the children of Yehuda, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Yehuda were 74,600. From the children of Issachar, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Issachar were 54,400. From the children of Zebulun, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Zebulun were 57,400. From the sons of Joseph, the children of Ephraim, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Ephraim were 40,500. From the children of Manasseh, the genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Manasseh were 32,200. From the children of Benjamin, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Benjamin were 35,400. From the children of Dan, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army. Those who were registered of the tribe of Dan were 62,700. From the children of Asher, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army, those who were registered of the tribe of Asher were 41,500. From the children of Naphtali, their genealogies by their clans, by their father's house, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army, those who were registered of the tribe of Naphtali were 53,400. These were those registered whom Moshe and Aaron registered with the leaders of Issachar, 12 men, each one for his father's house. And all those that were registered of the children of Israel by their father's house, from 20 years old and above, everyone going out to the army in Israel, all those that were registered were 603,550. But the Levites were not registered among them by their father's tribe, because Yahweh had spoken to Moshe, saying, only the tribe of Levi you do not register, nor take a census of them among the children of Israel. Instead, appoint the Levites over the dwelling place of the witness, over all its furnishings and over all its belongings to it. They bear the dwelling place and all its furnishings, and they attend to it, and camp around the dwelling place. And when the dwelling place is to go forward, the Levites take it down. And when the dwelling place is to be set up, the Levites set it up. And the stranger who comes near is put to death. And the children of Israel shall pitch their tents, everyone by his own camp, everyone by his own banner, according to their divisions. But let the Levites camp around the dwelling place of the witness, so that there be no wrath on the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall guard the duty of the dwelling place of the witness. And the children of Israel did according to all that Yahweh commanded Moshe, so they did. Chapter 2. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, the children of Israel are to camp each one by his own banner, beside the sign of his father's house. Let them camp around the tent of appointment at a distance. And on the east side toward sunrise, those of the banner of the camp of Yehudah camped according to their division. And the leader of the children of Yehudah, Nahshon, son of Amminadab, and his army with their registered ones, 74,600. And those camping next to him is the tribe of Issachar. And the leader of the children of Issachar, Nethanel, son of Suar, and his army with its registered ones, 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun, and the leader of the children of Zebulun, Eliab, son of Hilon, and his army with its registered ones, 57,400. All the registered ones of the camp of Yehudah, according to their divisions, 186,400. These depart first. And on the south side, the banner of the camp of Reuben, according to their divisions, the leader of the children of Reuben, Elitzur, son of Shedeur, and his army with its registered ones, 46,500. And those who camp next to him, the tribe of Shimeon, and the leader of the children of Shimeon, Shelumiel, son of Surdiashai, and his army with their registered ones, 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, and the leader of the children of Gad, Elisaph, son of Reuel, and his army with their registered ones, 45,650. All the registered ones of the camp of Reuben, according to their divisions, 151,450. And they are the second to depart. And the tent of appointment, the camp of the Levites, shall move out in the middle of the camps as they camp. So they move out, everyone in his place, by their banners. On the west side, the banner of the camp of Ephraim, according to their divisions, and the leader of the children of Ephraim, Elishama, son of Amihud, and his army with their registered ones, 40,500. And next to him the tribe of Manasseh, and the leader of the children of Manasseh, Gamaliel, son of Pedashur, and his army with their registered ones, 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin, and the leader of the children of Benjamin, Abidan, son of Gidoni, and his army with their registered ones, 35,400. All the registered ones of the camp of Ephraim, according to their divisions, 180,100, and they are the third to depart. On the north side, the banner of the camp of Dan, according to their divisions, and the leader of the children of Dan, Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai, and his army with their registered ones, 62,700. And those who camp next to him, the tribe of Asher, and the leader of the children of Asher, Pagiel, son of Okran, and his army with their registered ones, 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali, and the leader of the children of Naphtali, Ahira, son of Anan, and his army with their registered ones, 53,400. All the registered ones of the camp of Dan, 157,600. They depart last with their banners. These were the registered ones of the children of Israel by their fathers' houses, all who were registered according to their divisions of the camps, 603,550. But the Levites were not registered among the children of Israel as Yahweh commanded Moshe. And the children of Israel did according to all that Yahweh commanded Moshe. So they camped by their banners, and so they departed, each one by his clan according to their fathers' houses. Chapter 3. And these are the generations of Aaron and Moshe when Yahweh spoke to Moshe on Mount Sinai. And these are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab, the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron, the anointed priests, whom he ordained to act as priests. And Nadab and Abihu had died before Yahweh when they brought strange fire before Yahweh in the wilderness of Sinai. And they had no children. So Eleazar and Ithamar acted as priests in the presence of Aaron their father. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and set them up before Aaron the priest, and they shall serve him, and guard his duty, and the duty of all the congregation before the tent of appointment, to do the service of the dwelling place. And they shall guard all the furnishings of the tent of appointment, and the duty of the children of Israel to do the service of the dwelling place. And you shall give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They are the given ones, given to him from the children of Israel. And appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall guard their priesthood. And the stranger who comes near shall be put to death. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Now look, I myself have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of every firstborn who opens the womb among the children of Israel. And the Levites shall be mine, because all the firstborn are mine. On the day that I struck all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, I set apart to myself all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. They are mine. I am Yahweh. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, Register the children of Levi by their fathers' houses, by their clans. Register every male from a new moon, old and above. So Moshe registered them according to the word of Yahweh, as he had been commanded. And these were the sons of Levi by their names: Gershon and Kohath and Merari. And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their clans: Libni and Shimi. And the sons of Kohath by their clans: Amram and Itchar, Hebron and Uziel. And the sons of Merari by their clans: Mahali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites by their fathers' houses. From Gershon came the clan of the Libnites, and the clan of the Shimeites. And these were the clans of the Gershonites. Their registered ones according to the number of all the males from a new moon old and above. The registered ones were 7,500. And the clans of the Gershonites were a camp westward behind the dwelling place. And the leader of the father's house of the Gershonites, Elisaph, son of Lahel. And the duty of the children of Gershon in the tent of appointment was the dwelling place, and the tent with its covering, and the covering of the door of the tent of appointment, and the screens of the courtyard, and the covering of the door of the courtyard, which is around the dwelling place, and the slaughter place and their cords according to all its service. And from Kohath came the clan of the Amorites, and the clan of the Ishterites, and the clan of the Hebronites, and the clan of the Uzielites. These were the clans of the Kethites. In the number of all the males from the new moon and old and above were 8,600, guarding the duty of the set-apart place. The clans of the children of Kohath were to camp on the south side of the dwelling place. And the leader of the father's house of the clans of the Kethites was Elitzphan, son of Uziel. And their duty was the ark, the table, and the lampstand, and the slaughter places, and the utensils of the set-apart place used in the service, and the covering and all its service. And Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, was to be chief over the leaders of the Levites, with oversight of those who guard the duty of the set-apart place. From Merari came the clan of the Mahalites, and the clan of the Mushites. These were the clans of Merari. And the number of their registered ones, all the males from the new moon old and above, were 6,200. And the leader of the father's house of the clans of Merari was Suriel, son of Abialiel, Hail. These were to camp on the north side of the dwelling place. And the appointed duty of the children of Merari was the boards of the dwelling place, and its bars, and its columns, and its sockets, and its utensils, and all its service. And the columns of the courtyard all around, with their sockets, and their pegs, and their cords. And those who were to camp before the dwelling place on the east, before the tent of appointment, were Moshe and Aaron and his sons, guarding the duty of the set-apart place, and the duty of the children of Israel. But the stranger who came near was to be put to death. All the registered ones of the Levites, whom Moshe and Aaron registered at the mouth of Yahweh by their clans, all the males from a new moon old and above, were 22,000. And Yahweh said to Moshe, register all the firstborn males of the children of Israel from a new moon old and above, and take the number of their names. And you shall take the Levites for me, I am Yahweh, instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the livestock of the children of Israel. And Moshe registered all the firstborn among the children of Israel as Yahweh had commanded him. And all the firstborn males, by the number of names from one new moon old and above, of their registered ones, were 22,273. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites instead of their livestock, and the Levites shall be mine, I am Yahweh. And for the ransom of the 273 of the firstborn of the children of Israel, who are more than the number of the Levites, you shall take 5 shekels for each one, head by head. Take it by the shekel of the set-apart place, the shekel of 20 gerahs. And you shall give the silver, the ransom of those who are in excess among them, to Aaron and his sons. And Moshe took the ransom silver from those who were over and above those who were ransomed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the children of Israel, he took the silver 1,365 pieces, according to the shekel of the set-apart place. And Moshe gave their ransom silver to Aaron and to his sons, according to the word of Yahweh, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. Chapter 4. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, take a census of the sons of Kohath from among the children of Levi by their clans, by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do the work of the tent of appointment. This is the service of the sons of Kohath in the tent of appointment, the most set-apart matters. At the breaking of camp, Aaron and his sons shall come, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of the witness with it, and shall put on it a covering of fine leather, and spread over that an all blue wrapper, and shall insert its poles. And on the table of showbread they shall spread a blue wrapper, and shall put on it the dishes and the ladles, and the bowls and the jars for pouring, and the showbread on it. And they shall spread over them a scarlet wrapper, and cover the same with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles. And shall take a blue wrapper, and cover the lampstand of the light, with its lamps, and its snuffers, and its trays, and all its oil vessels by which they serve it. And they shall put it with all the utensils in a covering of fine leather, and put it on a bar. And over the golden slaughter place they shall spread a blue wrapper, and cover it with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles. And shall take all the utensils of service with which they serve in the set-apart place, and shall put them in a blue wrapper, cover them with a covering of fine leather, and put them on a bar. And shall remove the ashes from the slaughter place, and spread a purple wrapper over it. And shall put it on all its utensils by which they serve there, the fire holders, the forks and shovels, and the basins, and all the utensils of the slaughter place, and shall spread on its covering of fine leather, and insert its poles. And when Aaron and his sons have finished covering the set-apart objects, and all the furnishings of the set-apart place, at the breaking of camp, then the sons of Kohath shall come to lift them, but let them not touch that which is set apart, lest they die. These matters are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tent of appointment. And the oversight of Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, is the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily grain offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the dwelling place, all that is in it, with the set-apart place and its furnishings. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, do not cut off the tribe of the clans of the Kohathites from among the Levites, but do this to them, and they shall live and not die, when they approach the most set-apart objects, Aaron his sons shall go in and appoint each of them to his service and his burden. They are not, however, to go in to watch while the set-apart objects are being covered, lest they die. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Take a census also of the sons of Gershon by their father's house and by their clans. Register them from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter to perform the service, to do the service of the tent of appointment. This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites in serving and bearing the burdens. And they shall bear the curtains of the dwelling place, and the tent of appointment with its covering, the covering of fine leather that is on it, the covering for the door of the tent of appointment, and the screens of the courtyard, and the covering for the door of the gate of the courtyard, which is around the dwelling place and slaughter place, and their cords, all the equipment for their service, and all that is made for them, so shall they serve. At the mouth of Aaron and his sons is all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, all their burden and all their service, and you shall appoint to them all the duty of all their burden. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Gershon in the tent of appointment, and let their duties be under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. As for the sons of Merari, register them by their clans and by their father's house. Register them from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do work of the tent of appointment. And this is the duty of their burden according to all their service of the tent of appointment. The boards of the dwelling place and its bars, and its columns and its sockets, and the columns around the courtyard with their sockets and their pegs and their cords, with all their equipment and all their service, and assign to each by name the equipment of the duty of their burden. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Merari, as all their service for the tent of appointment under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. So Moshe and Aaron and the leaders of the congregation registered the sons of the Kethalites by their clans and by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for work of the tent of appointment. And the registered ones by their clans were 2,750. These were the registered ones of the clans of the Kethalites, all those serving in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aaron registered according to the mouth of Yahweh by the hand of Moshe. And those registered ones of the sons of Gershon by their clans and by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for work in the tent of appointment. The registered ones by their clans, by their father's house, were 2,630. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Gershon, of all who serve in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aaron registered according to the mouth of Yahweh. And those of the clans of the sons of Merari, who were registered by their clans, by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for work in the tent of appointment, the registered ones by their clans, were 3,200. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Merari, whom Moshe and Aaron registered according to the mouth of Yahweh by the hand of Moshe. All the registered ones of the Levites, whom Moshe and Aaron and the leaders of Israel registered by their clans, by their father's houses, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who came to do the work of the service of the work of bearing burdens in the tent of appointment. Their registered ones were 8,580. According to the mouth of Yahweh, they were registered by the hand of Moshe, each according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they registered by him, as Yahweh commanded Moshe. Chapter 5. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Command the children of Israel to send out of the camp every leper, and everyone who has a discharge, and whoever becomes defiled for a being. Send out both male and female, and send them outside the camp, so they do not defile their camps in the midst which I dwell. And the children of Israel did so, to send them outside the camp, as Yahweh had spoken to Moshe. So the children of Israel did. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, when a man or woman commits any sin that men commit in trespass against Yahweh, and that being is guilty, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and they shall restore his guilt in its principal plus 1/5 of it, and give it to whom he has been guilty. But if the man has no redeemer to restore the guilt to, the guilt which is restored goes to Yahweh for the priest, in addition to the ram of the atonement with which atonement is made for him. And every contribution of all the set-apart gifts of the children of Israel, which they bring to the priest, becomes his. And every man's set-apart gifts becomes his. Whatever any man gives the priest becomes his. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When any man's wife turns aside and has committed a trespass against him, and a man has intercourse with her, and it is hidden from the eyes of her husband, and it is concealed that she has defiled herself, and there was no witness against her, nor was she caught, and a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife who has defiled herself. Or a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife, although she has not defiled herself. Then the man shall bring his wife to the priest, and he shall bring the offering for her 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour. He is not to pour oil on it, or put frankincense on it, because it is a grain offering of jealousy, an offering for remembrance, for bringing crookedness to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near, and shall make her stand before Yahweh. And the priest shall take set-apart water in an earthen vessel, and take some of the dust that is on the floor of the dwelling place, and put it into the water. And the priest shall make the woman stand before Yahweh, and shall uncover the woman's head, and put the offering for remembrance in her hands, which is the grain offering of jealousy, while the priest holds in his hand the bitter water that brings a curse. And the priest shall make her swear, and say to the woman, If no man has lain with you, and if you have not turned aside to uncleanness under your husband's authority, be free from this bitter water that brings a curse. But if you have turned aside under your husband's authority, and if you have defiled yourself, and some man other than your husband has lain with you, then the priest shall make the woman swear with the oath of the curse, and he shall say to the woman, Yahweh make you a curse, and an oath among your people, when Yahweh makes your thigh waste away and your belly swell. And this water that causes the curse shall go into your inward parts, and make your belly swell, and your thigh waste away. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and shall wipe them off in the bitter water, and shall make the woman drink the bitter water that brings the curse, and the water that brings the curse shall enter her to become bitter. And the priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy from the woman's hand, and shall wave the offering before Yahweh, and bring it to the slaughter place. And the priest shall take a hand filled with the offering as its remembrance offering, and burn it on the slaughter place. And afterward make the woman drink the water. And when he has made her drink the water, then it shall be, if she has defiled herself, and has committed a trespass against her husband, that the water that brings the curse shall enter her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall waste away, and the woman shall become a curse among her people. But if the woman has not defiled herself, and is clean, then she shall be clear, and shall conceive children. This is the Torah of jealousy, when a wife turns aside under her husband's authority and defiles herself, or when a spirit of jealousy comes upon a man, and he becomes jealous of his wife. Then he shall make the woman stand before Yahweh, and the priest shall do to her all this Torah. And the man shall be clear from crookedness, but the woman bear her crookedness. Praise Yah. Have a lovely day. Shalom.